Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach his truth with all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity and great diligence to wake up the hopeful elect of Israel. Double shalom to you, Akim, to come looking like the heathen, but you are in fact of the stock of Israel and you hold near and dear this truth and follow the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, wherever you may be scattered. Shalom to the few sincere Akwatim that listen and learn in silence, playing a creation role as the Lord commanded you to, which is being a pillar of rest to your husband and being in all subjection unto him. It's your brother Azor from GMS St. Louis, and came across an article of, famine of the word being up ahead. Um, this article by the People's Voice. South Dakota and Georgia criminalize key Bible teachings under anti-Semitism laws. Now, I'm gonna say this: the word is they created this Semitism and Semitic, and the word is Shemitic. It's from the man Noah's son Shem. You have Hamitic people, which are your Africans or your so-called Africans, your Hamites, your Egyptians, your Canaanites, um um your Ethiopians, you know, your Philistines. Those are Hamites, dark race of people. You have Japhetic people, which are your people of the Solomon Islands, the Aboriginals of Australia, you know, and you have Shemitic people, which are your so-called Arabs, the Ishmaelites. You have the Ammonites, which are the Japanese, your so-called Chinese, which are the Moabites. The so-called white man who is Esau Edom, the Edomites, they're Shemitic people. You have the Israelites, which consist of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're Shemitic people as well. So you have this um term that's being used to basically slap a label on anything that's said against a certain uh, uh, race of people, your Amalekites, which is the so-called Ish people, Joo Ish people. They're really the Amalekites, but they're using this narrative as anti-Semitism to say, basically to play the victim as usual, while they orchestrating all these things and pulling the strings behind the scene. And what they're gonna do is try to use that to stop the word of the Lord from going out. It's already put a lot of hiccups in their plans, man. And rightfully so. And it's going to be used to say that the Hebrew Israelites, oh, they're anti-Semitic, or anyone who says anything of truth that sheds light on the wicked Amalekites, man, or the Ish people. If you're a Shemitic person, how can you be anti-Shemitic, man? No, they just calling out your lies and exposing your BS, man. But let's get into read a little bit of this article. New legislation enacted in South Dakota and Georgia has criminalized important Bible teachings under the guise of protecting Jewish people from anti-Semitism. And basically, like I just said, they just don't want you to call out their BS. You know, Governor Christy Noem and Brian Kemp signed a bill into law codifying for state purposes the International Holocaust Remembrance Association, or IHRA working definition of anti-Semitism. Hey, you can go watch that interview with one of those rabbis. I guess I don't know what his name is, but he couldn't even explain what the definition is. And then he said that it can, it basically can change and morph into anything they want it to be. So this is all BS, man. But however, it will usher in the famine of the word, as you see. The scriptures speak of these things, and they don't want to be rebuked. You see. However, the anti-Semitism law do not just make it illegal to use symbols and images associated with anti-Semitism to criticize Israelis or Israel. They also make it a criminal offense to preach key parts of the Holy Bible. You see? For example, the IHRA definition of anti Semitism includes using the symbols and images associated with classical anti Semitism, Jews killing Yahweh or blood libel to characterize Israel or Israelis. According to the new anti Semitism law, preaching key passages from the Gospel of Matthew, which clearly states that Jews killed Yahweh is now illegal in Georgia and South Dakota. Yes, okay, that's true. The Jews did tell Pontius Pilate, which was a Roman Edomite, to crucify him. But guess what? Guess what color those Jews were back then? They were so-called Negroes. See, that's what happens when you try to keep lying and keep just you got to keep lying. Everybody in the world knows that in those times the real Jews were from the tribe of Judah, which is the so-called Negro. As a matter of fact, they referred to the Jews as the southern kingdom of Israel, which consists of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Judah being a so-called Negro, Benjamin being the so-called Jamaicans, and Levi being the so-called Haitians. So where in there does these imposters fit, man? You see, they want to assume an identity and get mad at the truth. Yes, the Lord's own people told the wicked 2/3 of the nation of Israel told Pontius Pilate, which is a Roman centurion, to crucify him because they were butthurt about his teachings. Now they have assumed the identity of the Jews, but they don't want to see. It's just confusion, man. But you can read about what the scriptures say about Amalek. Matter of fact, um, let's get into the scriptures. Go ahead and go to Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. Who is this talking to? Who's in poverty? Are the so-called ish people in poverty? No. They live in the best of the lands. They can create laws. They get so much billions of dollars in funding from America. So how could they be those people? I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Yes, rich in spirit. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see, who's in charge of the prison system? Mm, exactly. So the Lord is saying, I know these people are imposters. You know, but let's go to the book of Amos. This is Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Right. If they could, if they the people, they wouldn't have a problem with the scriptures, man. Now, don't get me wrong. 2/3 of the nation of Israel hate the scriptures. They despise the Heavenly Father's laws, man. So how much more a nation that the Lord has indignation with forever? You think they gonna love His word? No. That's why they're gonna put these gag orders out on persecuting those that speak of the truth, the Lord's words. This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. You see, that's what they trying. That's what time we in, man. You see, and this has happened before because the people don't majority of the people don't care about the Lord's word. So guess what? He gonna stop up the mouths of the prophets. You see, and people ain't gonna be able to find it because what the scriptures say, while they yet had liberty, they despise my law, roughly paraphrasing. While they had a chance to get it, they didn't want it. So now the Lord is about to he about to put a blockage up, and you ain't gonna be able to get it because the time is gonna come where you gonna see just how vital the words of the Heavenly Father, His law, statutes, and commandments are to life. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, Salakia, and I start at 24. Then the Spirit entered into me, and set me up on my feet, and spake with me, and said unto me, Go shut thyself within thine house. But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be able, Salaki, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. See, the Lord stopped up Ezekiel's mouth from being able to correct the people. The Lord said they're a rebellious house. And it's the same thing in these times, man. This rebellious house of Israel. The Lord is going to stop them from being able to hear the word of the Lord. But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, he that heareth, let him hear, and he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are a rebellious house. And it's the same thing, those same rebellious souls are here today, man. You see? Let's go to the book of Isaiah. 26 and verse 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness in the land of uprightness, Salakia? Will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord? Lord, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see and be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yea, the fire of thy enemies shall devour them. You know, um, these imposters, they envy the righteous, man, because it's not in them to do right. So as you can see, they're going to attack anything that's upright. Let's go to the book of this is Romans 8, and I'll start at verse 4. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. You see, and you know, these Edomites and Amalekites, they are carnal, man. They deal with the flesh, man. And if they do deal in the spiritual, it's on the left hand side. It's not upright. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity with against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. And um this is why these people want to target the scriptures, man, because it has nothing good to say about them. It explains them to the T. It goes into the history of their wickedness, and it tells you about their judgments. You see, you can't fool the people when they when they understand and see your playbook, man. The playbook. What the Lord has in store for you, what he's going to do to you, how you're going to be judged. It's all there. And they hate that. Let me go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 29. 29 and verse 26. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment coming from the Lord. See, even you other nations, man, you can act like you don't believe in the Heavenly Father, but guess what? Your judgment still gonna come from him. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked. You see, so our ways are clean and contrary against them. Matter of fact, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and I start at verse 10. And this is what the wicked say to within themselves, man. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice. You see how they can just put anything into law, no matter how wicked it is, especially if it's wicked. They'll make a law out of it. And that's how they're able to oppress and accomplish their agendas. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy the transgressings of our education. You see, they know that the Israelite man is against their ways. They know that the Israelite man is a righteous man at nature. You see, and they hate that they get upbraided, man, by the law, man. You know, where they get rebuked, man, for transgressing the law. He professed to have the knowledge of Yahweh, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. And that's why they want the scriptures done away with. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. We, talking about the wicked, this is what they say to themselves, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Yahweh is his father. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of Yahweh, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with the shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine, and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. As for the mysteries of Yahweh, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. For Yahweh created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. You see? So they know, they understand, but they have to play dumb to hoodwink and bewitch you people. They know exactly who they are. They know exactly who we are. They know who everyone is. And to tell a lie, you got to know the truth. Hope this been an edifying lesson. I'm going to say Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, and a Bible Ball.